What's going on, guys? It's your boy DJ, bringing you guys my very first commentary for some of my gameplay on the new not so new, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. There's a lot of ups and downs about this game, but for the most part, I'm pretty much a big fan. I've been pretty much a big fan of all the Call of Duties. Let me take that back. Not every single Call of Duty, but for the most part, the legendary ones, Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. I wasn't a huge fan of the Black Ops series. Black Ops 1 kind of just set the tone for me for the rest of them. Black Ops 4, it was like a love-hate relationship. I didn't play Black Ops 3 that much, but definitely Black Ops 4 was definitely that love-hate relationship. That was one of them that I played fairly often. But I've been playing Call of Duty for some time now. So right now I'm about to show you guys a little gameplay from this match I did the other day. Shipment domination. So it started off fairly nice. It was a little wild. But everyone knows how the spawns are on Shipment. It's pretty chaotic. If you guys remember from the old Shipment, back on the other Call of Duties, it was a little bit bigger, but for some reason the Shipment here seems to be smaller. I mean, it's not significantly smaller, but I definitely feel that there is some form of size decrease, excuse me. But as you can see, already off the jump, just dying left, right, and center. So eventually, when I picked up in this game, but for the most part, this game has its ups and downs. Definitely, the maps, for example. I'm pretty much big fan of the maps here. I can only assume a lot of you would agree with me. Piccadilly is probably one of the most hated maps on this game. What else? It's the other map, Saint something. I can't quite remember the name off the jump right now, but not a huge fan of that. The thing is with this game, it's just it attracts so many new players, and these new players, they don't know how to play the game too well. So the best thing they can assume to do to get wins or get kills is camp, and it's definitely a challenge that a lot of players like myself and other people that's been playing this Call of Duty series for quite some time now. It's definitely a challenge for us. There's a lot of different things in this game that I do appreciate. It's the ability to set your weapons up the way you like it. I know in the past you're able to set up attachments on your weapons and all this stuff. Yeah, that's great and all, but this game really gives you the ability to make your weapon different from everyone else's. Obviously, everyone's going to be able to do the same setup you do, but it's basically designed for you to set up the weapon the way you like it, how comfortable you are with it. If you want to be the run and gun type, it allows you to do that. If you want it to be, the guy that hangs back and, lays down suppressive fire for your team, it allows you to do that. Or if you just want to be that guy that right there in the medium, he wants to not be too far away, but at the same time not be too close, to be able to provide that support for his team. And this game gives you so many different options. Let's see what else. The weapons, for the most part, I feel are a little bit unbalanced. Definitely, obviously, hardcore, everything seems to be so much stronger than it really is compared to core mode. But pistols, everyone's gonna say pistols are overpowered. The fact that someone could shoot you one time with a pistol and you have to put so many rounds into them with the submachine gun on hardcore. That discussion's been brought up a lot. But I feel the most part, it's well balanced to a certain extent. I mean, on core, for example, you have to put so many bullets into people with a pistol, I feel. That's why I personally don't play core that much. I strictly play hardcore. It's quote-unquote a little bit more realistic. But I just don't enjoy putting a crap ton of bullets into people before I can actually get a kill, and it gives me the the ability to jump to targets nice and quickly. put the the necessary amount of rounds down range to take out the bad guys and win the game basically. But the kill streaks in this game are pretty fun too. It's a little, I wouldn't say the kill streaks are a little bad, but I mean they're not too bad. I feel that the kill streaks are pretty well balanced. It's not nearly impossible. The Juggernaut though. The Juggernaut, I can say, the Juggernaut is if not, it's like the most ridiculous kill streak. I mean, I've gotten Juggernaut, I want to say probably 3 or 4 times, maybe. I really don't shoot for it that much. I feel it's a little bit harder to get for a Juggernaut, but the Juggernaut, I swear, like you can sit there and put almost 10 full clips into this dude and he's still running. I've sat on this map one time. I got a jug on this map probably twice, and I literally did not die once I got this jug. It was nearly impossible for me to die. People were just throwing rounds at me, throwing thermites, throwing RPGs at me, C4s, Sentex. They just couldn't kill me. It's pretty ridiculous. It's pretty insane. The Wilson on shipment, everyone knows the Wilson is completely wild. Like the moment you get it, if you know what you're doing with the Wilson, and the Wilson's kind of weird to to maneuver. But once you get the hang of it, and if you know what you're doing, you can run people over as you just saw, or you can completely dominate the map. It's all about getting in the corner of the map and you completely dominating the whole game until someone destroys you. I mean, the thing with the Wilson, it's not the strongest thing. It's it can take some rounds. It can take some rounds before it goes down. I know it can take probably 2 RPG shots. I'm not sure about directly, but indirectly it can take about 2 before it goes down. But man, that Wilson rips. It rips when it's in the right spot, in the right hands. Let's see what else. The chopper gunner, I'm a fan of. I do like how it has the rocket launchers that it's able to shoot. It's definitely something different from the other Call of Duties in the past. The rocket launcher allowing you to get into those tight spaces, or you need to get a group of individuals that are huddled up and camping it out, waiting for the chopper gunner to get out of the area. And it's also cool that you can maneuver too. Lets you fly it, basically fly it around the map, so you can kind of avoid those indirect small arms fire or those RPGs and everything. And I think it's pretty cool. I don't use that many different kill streaks. I'm pretty basic. I was using the VTOL for a minute, but I kind of stopped using that. I got the challenges completed that I need with that, and then I kind of broke off from that. The cluster strike on this map, the cluster strike it can either make you or break you. You can either be your best friend or your worst enemy, because the moment you drop that cluster strike on that specific spot, something happens. Something out of the blue happens, and the spawns completely flip. Next thing you know, you're dropping cluster strikes in the middle of your team, and you're killing them, and the next thing you know, all the damage gets directed directly to you. So you're just dying left, and right, and center. And something that's going to keep going on for a while until eventually the cluster strike is done. Precision airstrike is pretty promising on this map. It does 2 drive-by flybys. Excuse me. Takes out a significant amount of enemies depending on where you put it. It's all about the right spot and everything. What I do like about it, well, not necessarily like about it. I hate it when it's against me, but against other people, it's great. But the fact that you can, it basically damages the individual as soon as they spawn on this map, and it's like, all right, so I can easily get 3-4 kills in a single flyby, and it's pretty rewarding. Let's see what else. The AC-130, it's not bad. The gunship is not bad. I've got it a couple times. Not a huge fan of it. I was always, even from the old Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, I was always a fan of the chopper gunner over the C-130. Everyone knew back in Modern Warfare 2 days, that was the easiest way to get a nuke. one-man army, nuke tube, danger close, and you're automatically going to dominate. Because once you got that Harrier, you're golden from there. You literally just sit back, you Harrier, get all the kills, and then next thing you know, you bring out your chopper gunner, and then it's, you know, it's completely uphill from there, and you get your nuke shortly after that. So those days I really do miss. You know, that's when Call of Duty was actually designed for, you know, designed for the players that are completely used to Call of Duty. But now it's just, like I said earlier, it's designed for, it's to appeal to the newer players and newer people, not too, you know, familiar with war games or just getting into it. So it's definitely designed so that they're easy to adapt to, you know, this new gameplay and this wild, fast-paced gameplay. And it's a challenge, like I said earlier. It's definitely a challenge for the people that's, you know, those veterans that's been playing Call of Duty for years and years now. Because like I said, I've been a fan ever since, you know, the first Modern Warfare. That was the first one I got. Before I used to play the one on the PC. You know, I used to be in school, and that was, you know, the game that was downloaded on every single computer, and then, you know, I played that fairly often. But for the most part, you know, Call of Duty has definitely evolved since then. Well, that concludes the video, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching. I hope to get some feedback from you guys, some tips and ways to help me out, you know, with my YouTube venture. So I appreciate you guys. You guys have a good one. Take care.